All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the New England Patriots and our home team.
Come on, fellas.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of NC State. It's Phillip Rivers.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Set. 190.
Mike by two. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Got Gordon open, completes it. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, G. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that Mike Pouncey's one of the best centers in the league. And to me, he helped usher in that new wave of centers. Agile, able to get to the second level and block people downfield, able to pull like a guard and get out in front of ball carriers, and pass protects really well, helps keep his quarterbacks clean.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Round 80.
52's the mark. Come to our world. We want it.
Come play, 89.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. It's caught inside the 25. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 44 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 20 carries, 88 yards.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was a 2nd-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the 2nd round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback at 6'2" out of Auburn. It's Jarrett Stidham.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A throw complete to Dorsett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
18 Gators.
On first down, Michelle. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop.
3 ball.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, Michelle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next
woo,
level.
yeah,
Because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it.
Northwood.
In fact, before the game,
Northwood.
he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me
Henry.
look fat. And we said, nah,
Matt
man,
Daddy.
he's just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over
me,
300 pounds. He's a big man.
Yeah, woo, fucking woo. Oh, wait. I forgot. New Hampshire.
So time to start
Mountain
going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 43 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers completes it to Benjamin. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 10-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Rivers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9. On the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Gordon on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Stidham on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Being chased out left. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
Benjamin's got it. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Going underneath for Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Prater's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3. Matchup. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken in at the 1. Powers through. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start the drive with a give to White. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Got a man. It's Berrios complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady rolling to his right. He's going to air it out for... And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And he'll be stopped shy of the goal line here. So the lead will remain at 6 points. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rivers. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Gordon. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. You ain't going nowhere.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18.
Let's go.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Brady eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice game.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle, they find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 65 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
180, round 80.
We're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now a shot taken. On third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And no, it's incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Desmond King making the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady dancing to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Ryan Izzo, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gostkowski for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken very short. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And now another one thrown incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Rivers on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Wait, 20! You better bring it. You better bring it. Let's keep relaying now.
And it's Michelle once again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
380! Hey, goal 66.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Rivers, caught on the left side by Benjamin. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Now,
and he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And they just hit another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
Check pass. Check pass.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
Now, can you just hear the old school coaches right now?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The point after try for Gostkowski. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, let's get this,
Brady going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Brady going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Hey, set 29. Alpha.
49. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
No,
Throwing now is Brady. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New England, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.